mean, look, you've studied, you've put in the work, trust yourself, believe that you can do it. I wanted to say this generally to everybody. I don't know why, but I've been thinking a lot about the Wizard of Oz this week. And you remember the penultimate scene when they all come back to the wizard, and you recall that they kill the Wicked Witch, not because of any particular plan they had, but by accident. That in the moment, spontaneously, as they try to put out the fire, I'm telling you more than you want to know, about the scarecrow. So they try to put the water on the scarecrow, and they miss, and they hit the Wicked Witch, and she melts. That was never their plan. They didn't have any idea. It was just in the moment, spontaneously, they activated and did something, and then they got the goal accomplished. And now they go back to the wizard and they say, well, what now? And the wizard says, well, you always had the skill within you. Scarecrow, you're the smartest person I know. And Tin Man, you're the kindest person I know. And, Lion, you're the bravest person I know. And Dorothy, you could have gone home anytime you wanted. And Dorothy looks down in her sweet innocence and says, well, how could that be? And he says, those ruby red slippers you've been wearing the whole movie. All you had to do is click the heels together.
Yeah.
And I think there's an awful lot of truth in that for bar takers. You have the intelligence. You've had it all along. You have the courage. You've been doing this. You've stepped out to take the bar exam. You have the kindness of heart to want to be in a profession that's really about serving other people. And you've always had the ruby red slippers. You've always had the chance and the opportunity to show what you can do. You just have to click your heels and say there's no place like home. Some of you get so frightened of the moment. You look at the Wicked Witch of the bar exam and you think to yourself, I can never defeat that. And yet in the moment of really greatest intuition and greatest spontaneity, that's when you beat the test. And so some of you are sitting there in terror of this thing you don't need to be afraid of. The worst that happens is you go to the exam next week and you fail. That is the worst. And I don't want to make light of that. I don't want to minimize that. I know I have spent far too many hours in my life consoling people after those results came out. And yet, the moment occurs when they pass, when they get there, when they make it happen, and they realize what they've accomplished. Don't give up on your dreams at the last hour because you got scared. Don't give up because you've forgotten that you're wearing ruby red slippers, or that you're the scarecrow, or the lion, or the Tin Man. You have that ability, and all you have to do is trust in your own capability to make that happen. And so that's really the message I want to leave you all with today, is that that's what you need to do in order to pass. Don't defer. You don't need to defer today. The people that should be deferring are the people that haven't been studying for the last month, that know that they weren't going to take the exam, and they just wanted to make sure they didn't miss anything that we would say in this last month, and that's fine. But if you've been studying and preparing, go in and make it happen.